Welcome back to the Hooper Shoes YouTube channel. Today we have a review of the Tatum 2. This is the second signature shoe for Jason Tatum in the Jordan line. And I've been really excited about these just because they look awesome. And Jordan has been saying that these are their lightest shoe. But I'm gonna be honest with you, these are a big letdown performance-wise. There are some positives, like the full-length Zoom Strobel, which feels awesome, and the lightness of the shoe, but the negatives definitely outweigh the positives. On the traction, you can see there's a lot going on down there, and it looks cool, but it performed really bad. I'm sure these do pretty good on a clean court, but I play on dusty courts all the time. And as soon as you get a little dust on these, they're terrible. And I think that's in part because you have a lot of surface area that's not getting any grip. So you have like this white foam that comes around on the sides, and up toward the big toe, there's some of that white foam. And that is not getting you any grip at all. And when it gets a layer of dust on there, it's slick. Then this is just a harder rubber, and you're not getting like that bending action where it can grip in. It's just whatever's on top, and so as soon as you get a layer of dust on there, it's sliding out. So you can see in these pods, we have translucent hard rubber, and then we have some solid rubber, the green on the side, and the white on the toe. Once again, I think these might do okay on a clean court, but if you're playing on anything with any dust at all, these aren't going to do very well. The other thing that I don't like about the traction, I just hate it when shoes have this foam that comes down from the side and curves around onto the bottom of the shoe. Partly because I'm a heel striker, and so sometimes if I really get my heel in there, it's catching on just foam, and I'll slide out every once in a while on that because I'm not getting any of the rubber engaged to the floor. For the cushioning, we have full-length Zoom Strobel, which feels awesome. It's a little bit less responsive than Zoom Air, and it's nice and soft, so it's really comfortable. And then around that, we have this foam that is pretty stiff, and it feels clunky at first. And then as you get these worn in and play in them for a while, that softens up and starts to mold to your foot a little bit. So the cushioning isn't the most responsive setup, but it feels good, especially if you're looking for that stiff containment, and if you're not looking for a really soft plush ride. On the uppers, we have a mix of textiles, some mesh in the tongue, and some rubber and foam coming up on the sides. And this main part, this textile stuff, is kind of uncomfortable. It's nothing bad, it's not digging into your foot or anything, but you can you can hear the sound it makes. It's just, I don't like it. It just doesn't feel that good. But it should last pretty well. That's one of the main upgrades on this from the Tatum 1, is it's supposed to last longer and be more durable. So I can definitely see that there with this material. With these pods in the forefoot, this one's kind of a rubbery foam material, and it provides really great containment. So that felt good. I'm not sure exactly what this black part is. It's kind of plasticky. Almost feels like foam, but also like plastic. And then the pod in the back has like a mesh covering over some foam. So it's a little bit lighter weight than the front one. So this is a little bit less extreme of a containment pod as this one. But they're placed right in the right spot, so it keeps you contained and it feels comfortable. Adds support. On the other side, instead of that plastic stuff, you have this thick fabric material. So you're definitely getting less containment on the medial side. The tongue is not very thick, and so it doesn't feel very comfortable. It's fairly breathable, which feels good. But I could feel the laces digging into the top of my foot a little bit just because of how thin it is. And I think that's partly because I was really cranking them down because my heel was slipping out like crazy. These have the worst heel slippage I've felt in a shoe in a long time. Part of that, I think, is just the shape of the heel. It doesn't come in very far. It's kind of just straight. And then this padding is thick, but it's soft. So it's not really locking you in well. And that's the main downside of these for me. I'm not going to play in these because my heel's just slipping out all the time. There's also no heel counter, at least none that I can feel. So you could see how soft that is back there. The whole thing is just flopping around. And so that probably has something to do with the heel not locking down. The fit on these feels good, true to size. Didn't have any problems there. Because of the heel slippage, I had my brother playing in these. His feet are a little bigger than mine. And even though it was a lot tighter fit, he still had the same issue. So his heel was slipping, same as mine. So overall, there are some upsides to this shoe. Really good things about it, but the downsides are deal breakers for me. So for my personal use and performance with these, I would not recommend it. There might be some people, their heel shape or whatever doesn't give them that same issue. So definitely look at some other reviews and see if everybody's having the same issue. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got a review of the 361 DVD 2, Spencer Dinwiddie's limited release shoe with 361. And that shoe feels really good right from the start.